Welcome to another edition of Don't Waste Your Time. This video may not be for you. My name is Purcell. Consider this my one full season of cutting the grass with the EGO Lawnmower. You can see my yard is so plush. It's so thick, and I have neglected it for a couple of days. I should have cut it 3 days ago. Then it rained, and then I was out of town. And then I'm coming back home to this gigantic afro green-haired grass that I now have to cut with this lawnmower. My first impressions of the EGO Lawnmower, using it now for about 6 months, I'm impressed. The one thing I found out that was slightly odd was if you do have the walk behind or the self-propelled motor activated and you turn it off, on occasion the lawnmower thinks you have the self-propelled still on because the rear wheels would tend to either lock up or don't run normally. So in other words, when you're pushing it, you have to kind of really push it, or you have to engage and then disengage the lawnmower, and then it will run and act normally. That's my only complaint about the lawnmower. It is as built on TV. It is great. I think I saved about maybe $10. Normally I would spend it on gas. I mean, that's nothing, but it is something because I'm not using oil and I'm not using gas. And my old lawnmower was definitely a haven of me putting a lot of oil in it because it used to burn oil all the time and I have to fill it. It was a pain in the behind. Anyway, so this is the before, and I'm going to show you the after of this front yard. At least I have a bigger backyard in the back, so I'm going to jump on it right now. It's fall and I lose sunlight in about an hour, so I need to get on it. But this is my first impressions of the EGO Lawnmower, and we'll be right back. And I'll show you, oh my God, I'm getting so old. Whew, what's happening? So a lot of extra grass on the ground, say on the sidewalk. I mean, the grass was that thick. This is what I'm talking about. You see how matted that is? That's all dead grass that the mulcher just cannot cut through because it's so thick. So this is typical for me, although I'm huffing and puffing. It is very thick, see? I mean, it just cakes up and you will have that. So I can do one or two things. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't touch that part, right? I went over it. I went over all of this whole line right down here. Again, operator error. I let it get out of hand. My neighbor's out there trying to cut grass. You know, for every action, there's a reaction. When people hear lawnmowers, they're like, oh snap, I got to cut my grass too. So, look at that. Pulling and can't get it started. See, this is the thing I was telling you about gasoline lawnmowers. Pulling and can't get it started. Now look, you gotta go in the garage. Not EGO. You hit that button and off it goes. I think I'm gonna edge it tonight. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll probably edge it. I'll probably do a really quick edging and then blow it all off before I lose any light. Like I said, I lost a lot of light just by delaying the inevitable. Let me sit back and think if I want to cut the grass. Look at all of this stuff here. See, that's just from my thick grass. And my neighbor hasn't cut his yard though. And he's probably watching this video later. But anyway, so thumbs up to EGO. It's a great product. Love the lawnmower. Definitely love the edger. And the leaf blower is just that, a leaf blower. It just does its job. And you know, it's probably the highest CFM, I do believe. That's what they're saying. The power of air that comes out of it. It's darn good, and I like it. And this is the leaf blower CFM. Good, I got it, 765 CFM. But I really appreciate you watching, and if you can, please subscribe to my channel. Just click on to the Nikola Tesla down at the bottom right icon. That would take you to the subscription page. All right, this is the last cut. It's 2 days from Thanksgiving. I just cut it yesterday. This will be my last cut, thank God. I'm so tired of cutting this yard, but it turned out well using the EGO. And of course I get my lawn treated every couple of months. You can tell the stark difference of how plush and green it is in some parts. Yeah, this is the end of my yard to my neighbor's yard. This is my yard. Well, here it is, the second week in March, and this grass is already thick. Can't catch a ever-loving break without cutting grass. I think I had a 2-month break. Basically, I'm just doing this video to praise the spectacular success of EGO lawnmowers and edge trimmers. Altogether, it's been a year since I bought my EGO. So we are going to fire it up literally with the battery, and then we're going to put it into operation. So now it's time for me to cut the grass, and this will be my 1-year anniversary using the EGO lawnmower and edger and blower. Okay, so I'm just about done cutting the grass, but I would definitely have to cut it again tomorrow. You can see how thick it is. First cut of the year is always the hardest for me. I do set this lawnmower at its highest length, its highest setting, okay? So don't be fooled, or don't think that I'm using the very low one. So I am using the highest level here. I think it only goes as high as the level 8. A lot of grass here, so you can see a 7, 8 is right by my finger, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I do use the highest level on this lawnmower because I cut my grass that high. Average time, I cut it every 2 weeks. And just an FYI, the last time I used my lawnmower was back in early October. So these 2 big batteries right here, get this out of the way. These 2 big batteries right here powers my lawnmower. The smaller 2 I use for the weed eater and the air blower. And when I pressed the button to see the status back then, it was, if you consider these bars are 20 apiece, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, they were at 40%, both of them were. I charged it up, it took about 15 minutes. This one is now dead because I just ran it down. It took about 15 minutes, it's not even showing. There we go. Took about 15 minutes to charge. These, however, were already fully charged. One was about 80% and the other one was at, one was at 90% and the other one was almost at 100. So I didn't really have to charge these up too much. So I'm happy for that. So if you do think about going with EGO lawnmowers, lawn equipment, this is not an endorsement, but they are good products out there. I do like using the 1 battery technology instead of having a lawnmower or blower or edger. You have to use different batteries. I love the 1 battery setup, and that's all I can say. So overall, good product, and thank you for watching. Please waste your time and subscribe to my channel. See you down the road. Peace, and be safe, and be kind to somebody.